The first law of leadership is the law of the lid. What the law of the lid teaches is this: that my business will rise up to, but never go higher than my leadership lid. That my leadership puts a lid on my organization. So if my leadership lid from a 1 to a 10 is a 5, I'm average, okay? That means my organization or my company is a 4. And it cannot go any higher unless I increase and raise my leadership lid. And I can do that. And one of the laws of leadership that I want to talk to you about is the law of process. And the law of process says leaders develop daily, not in a day. So to help us understand the process of leadership, this evening I'm going to teach you the 5 levels of leadership. The lowest level, the first level of leadership, and that is the position level of leadership. People follow us because they have to. Level 1 is where we all start. We get a title, we get a position. And basically, because we have that title or position, we get to lead. And a position doesn't prove your leadership. They're not following you because you're a good leader. They're not following you because you're adding value to them. They're not following you. They have to follow you. Once they understand that, they begin to give you very little energy and effort. And they begin, instead of giving you 100%, they begin to pull back. And can I give them 80%? Oh, wow. I wonder if I could give 70%. Ooh, do you think, well, maybe, could I give 60%? And they'll keep pulling back, and they'll withhold energy. They'll withhold effort from you. They will never give you their best. What's beautiful about leadership is you can grow as much as you want to. You can go as high as you want to. The second level is the permission level. Because level number 2 is based upon relationships. Level number 2 basically says that now people follow you not because they have to, they follow you because they want to. This level, this position level here, it's a wonderful place to start. It's a terrible place to stay. At level 2, people give you their energy. At level 2, people give you their time. At level 2, people begin to give you their heart. If you want 100% out of people, you have to have a relationship with them. That's the foundation of leadership. Why? Because true leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. And how do you influence people? By connecting with them, by relating to them. So the first leadership responsibility is not to say to all the people, come to me, come to me. No, the leader goes to the people and connects with them. They never say, I crossed the finish line. They said, we crossed the finish line. When people follow you, they ask 3 questions. Number 1, do you care for me? Who wants to follow a leader that doesn't care for a person? Question number 2, if I follow you, is it going to get better for me? If I follow you, can you help me? Can you help me? Question number 3, can I trust you? Or are you going to manipulate me? Are you going to use me for your personal advantage? 3 questions. Do you care for me? That talks about a leader's compassion. Can you help me? That talks about a leader's competence. Can I trust you? That's all about the character of the leader. Do you care for me? That's a relationship. Can I trust you? That's a relationship. 2 of the 3 questions that followers ask leaders are all about level number 2. At level number 2, this relationship level, to be successful, you need to do 3 things well. Number 1 is listen. To be a great leader, you have to first be a great listener. If you'll help people get what they want, they'll help you get what you want. But your first response is to help people get what they want. How do I know what you want? It's because I walk slowly through the crowd. It's because I listen. It's because I ask questions. Leaders lead everyone differently, because leaders know that people are going to follow for different reasons. Leaders know this. And so the leader, before they can lead well, have to find the key. And questions are the key. Questions are the key that unlocks the door to opportunity in leadership. Listen. And they listen because they ask good questions. Now, number 2, they observe. They watch their people. And the reason that great leaders observe well is that they know that behavior tells you more about an individual than anything else. Leaders observe their team because they want to place them in a position for success. So at level number 2, leaders observe their people well, they listen to their people well, and there's one other thing that they do. They serve their people well. Level 2 leaders understand the value of serving. A level 1 leader doesn't understand this. A level 1 leader believes that people should serve him or serve her. A level 2 leader has a whole different way of thinking. People give you permission to lead them. Why do they give you permission to lead them? Because you relate with them and you connect with them and they like you and you like them and you connect together. Now, it's at this level that you begin to serve the people. I'm your friend. And you don't work for me. Nobody works for me. I don't have slaves. You work with me. I work with you. You help me, I help you. We don't care about titles. We don't care about positions. We care about exceeding expectations and being successful. We work together. I'm beside you. The 3rd level of leadership is the production level. At this level, people follow us because what we have done for the organization. This is where a leader develops credibility. He or she at this level have proven themselves to be a producer. That's why we call it the production level. They bring results. The company is better because of them. Now you have the credibility to lead others. People want to follow someone who's been successful. There are 3 things that people that do well at this level consistently do. Number 1 is they lead by example. People do what people see. Secondly, they create momentum. That momentum is a leader's best friend. Because when things are going well, most of the problems are much easier solved than if they're not going well. Let me illustrate momentum for a second. If a train is going down the track at 55 miles an hour, if there's a 5-foot thick concrete steel reinforced wall in front of the train, that train will hit the wall, smash it, and keep on going. Now, how does that happen? Momentum. The train had momentum to smash the 5-foot thick concrete steel reinforced wall. That same train, however, without momentum, stopped dead on the tracks, not moving at all. If you put a 1-inch block in front of the driving wheels, 1 inch, that train can't even get going. It can't get started. You see, it's not the size of your problem that's the issue. It's the speed of your momentum. And at level number 3, leaders, when they begin to produce results, they begin to create momentum. And when they begin to create momentum, they begin to knock down those problems that they have. And the third thing that happens at level number 3 is you begin to attract better people to your company because you're a better leader. If I'm a level 5 leader, who do I attract to me? 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s. But if I go up and I'm a level 7 leader, now I attract 6s. You see, the higher I go as a leader, the better people that I attract around me. Let's go to level 4. Is the people development level. And at this level, we're now developing people. The key word is reproduction. And at level number 4, people follow us because what we have done for them. What we have done for them as part of the organization. You make the people better. And when you make the people better, they're grateful because they look and they say, since I followed your leadership, I myself, I become a better person, I become a better leader. Now, at level number 3, when you produce, that brings addition to your company. At level number 4, when you develop leaders, you go from addition to multiplication. To develop leaders and to be a good level 4 leader, there are 3 things you need to do well. Number 1 is recruitment. The second thing they do is they position people well. Again, at level number 4, they are really committed to putting people in the right place. Number 3, the third thing they do at level 4 really well is they equip well. They train their people. They equip their people. What I want to give you is a 5-step process to equipping people. Step number 1, I do it. Before I train anyone, anything, I have to be able to do it myself. Step 2, I do it and you are with me. Step 3, you do it. You do it and I'm with you. The ball is in your hands. I'm going to watch you, and I coach you, and I tweak you, and I make sure that you keep improving and getting better. Step 4 is you do it. There comes a time that you don't need me anymore. You can do it. Most times, equipping and training stops right there. Big mistake. If you really want to reproduce leaders, and if you really want to multiply yourself, you've got to go to step 5. You have never trained a person until that person has trained someone else. That's how you reproduce leaders. That's how you multiply. That's how you go from addition to multiplication. Level 5 is the pinnacle level. The key word is respect, and people follow because of who you are and what you represent. This is as high as you can go, and this is as good as it gets. When you go from 1 to level number 2, you don't leave level number 1. The higher you go in leadership, the deeper the foundation, the more solid your leadership is, and the more long-term success that you're going to have. So you never leave one level to go to the next one. You just build on the previous level. The second thing I want to teach you about these 5 levels, you're on different levels with different people. Let me explain. Let's say I am a positional leader over 10 people. The only level that everybody is on the same level with me is level 1. As soon as I start going up to level 2 as a leader, some of those 10 will go with me and some will not. I don't connect with everybody. I don't relate well with maybe everybody. And besides, the new ones haven't had enough time to relate with me. So if I have 10 at level 1, I maybe only have 8 that went with me to level 2. Now, I'm still leading 10 people. So I have to find out and discover what level I'm on with them. And the reason for that is I lead them on their level. And the strategy for the next 12 months is to take every one of them just one level higher. And that becomes my leadership strategy. I lead people based upon where they are, and my strategy is determined by where I want them to be able to go. The growth of your company will follow the leadership lid. And when the leadership lid stops, the growth stops. When the leadership level goes, it goes. So when you can increase the leadership level of all your people by 1 number in 1 year, it becomes exciting what happens. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it.